Hello everyone, in this video I have a brand new redstone weapon for you, and this one is extraordinarily overpowered. Before we get started, I wanted to quickly point out, we passed 500 subscribers. That's a really good milestone. But what's even crazier is the very next day, we passed 600 subscribers. So, I was gonna make a 500 subscriber special. It's still happening, but at this point, it's gonna be more like a 1000 subscriber special. But with that out of the way, I think it's time to get into the video. The most deadly trap ever to exist in Minecraft. So if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that protection for Netherite is basically a joke. I have a whole bunch of weapons on this channel that can kill players in full protection for Netherite in a single hit. Unfortunately, there are still a few tools that players can use in order to survive a lot of my weapons, and those include a totem of undying, a shield, and an enchanted golden apple. So I'm going to go ahead and eat this enchanted golden apple, and now I've designed a trap that can actually bypass all three of these things. So I'm going to go ahead and walk into the trap, and really, what can this really do to me? I mean, I'm practically invincible at this point. Oh no, a cobweb. I'm just going to go ahead and break through that with my, sharpness 5 netherite sword, and oh, I am in the void. And yeah, at this point there's really nothing you can do about it. So now some of you are probably wondering, Malrum, what just happened? Well, let me show you how this trap works. Now I will warn you, this trap requires a little bit of bedrock breaking. It is possible to do in survival Minecraft, and it's actually fairly easy. I'll link a few tutorials in the description on how you can do it. The first challenge with getting this trap to work was the actual detection method. So there are some detection methods that are already in the game in the form of pressure plates, tripwire hooks, and also trap chests. Unfortunately, none of these detection methods are really perfect, as experienced players will most likely notice them and avoid them. Luckily, there is an alternative that is completely wireless, and that is known as the pufferfish detector. This is a detector that has been in the game since 1.13, and it makes use of a pufferfish inflating when a player walks near it. Unfortunately, this detector has its own flaws, as it is very slow and it doesn't always reliably detect the player. Luckily for us, there is a detector that was recently added that is significantly better than any other detector in the game so far. And that is the Skulk sensor. So this is a little simple circuit that I set up using the Skulk sensor. It detects a player walking above it and immediately destroys the ground that they're walking on. So I've gone ahead and covered up this circuit with grass. So as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and set myself into survival mode. And now I can go ahead and start running towards the trap, even run jumping, and it will still activate fast enough for me to fall in. So with the detection out of the way, we come across the next issue. So I want this trap to push players into a 1x1 hole, which then drops them into the void. But as you can see, the explosion generates a hole much larger than 1x1. So there are two ways that we can go about solving this problem. The first way is to create a massive 7x7 hole going all the way down to bedrock, which in creative mode isn't too difficult to do, but if you're in survival, breaking all this bedrock and just breaking all these blocks in general is going to be way too difficult. The more survival-friendly solution is to use a funnel system that will move the player falling into the trap into a 1x1 area in the center. So combining these two things, we have a really quite powerful trap that can automatically detect players walking over, drop them into a funnel, which pushes them into a 1x1 area, and they fall into the void. Alright, so we now have ourselves quite a powerful trap, but unfortunately there's still a really simple way to defeat it. So I'm going to go ahead and walk into the trap, and any moment now we'll get blasted down, funneled into the 1x1 hole, and we can just place down a block and survive just fine. And the solution that I've come up with in order to fix this flaw is what makes this trap one of, if not the most deadly trap in existence. So if you were standing next to a bunch of TNT minecarts all stacked together just as they go off, they will fling you extremely far into the air. And what I've learned is that this effect can happen downwards. And so, combining all of these discoveries, we get ourselves a trap capable of killing any player, no matter what kind of equipment they are using. I hope you guys enjoyed this extremely deadly redstone weapon showcase. This weapon will be featured in the redstone weapon world, so if you're interested, the link to the new version will be in the description. But for now, goodbye.